DeepSeek harness for AI agents, plugin installed but not active. Check these 3 steps. An install message does not prove the current session loaded the plugin. Separate installation, configuration, and restart. Then a missing feature points to a layer, not a random failure. In August 2026, DeepSeek AI documented the plugin management flow. Its workflow separates package installation, configuration inspection, and startup verification. The project remains a developer preview, and compatibility may break. Attention does not prove quality, performance, security, reliability, or production maturity. This episode does not repeat how to choose a plugin. It answers why an installed plugin may stay inactive and how 3 checks locate the break. First, separate, installed, from active. This is the only new idea needed for the diagnosis. Installed means the package appears in one profile's dependencies. It answers whether files and manifests changed. Active means its capability layer enters the configuration and a newly started session loads it. It answers whether this run can use it. Some packages declare no capability layer. They can install successfully while remaining plain dependencies. A package with a capability layer joins that profile's ordered layer list. An already running session keeps the capability combination from its own startup. This creates the most common post-install illusion. Installation, configuration, and usable behavior therefore needs separate evidence. Chapter recap. First, installation proves only that the dependency was written. Second, configuration proves that the capability layer was composed. Third, a new session must load it before the feature can be tested. Now place those 3 states inside one official example. The example installs Turtle UI into a profile named Tue. The official install command adds that plugin to the selected profile. After a successful exit, the dependency list should contain the package. If it does not, configuration checks and restarts cannot repair installation. If the package declares a capability layer, the profile's layer list should also gain it. This separates a plain dependency from a composable plugin. Without that declaration, the system warns you. The package is installed, but it does not join the composition. Next, dump the configuration and find the new layer in the final tree. Look for a concrete node supplied by the plugin. Chapter recap. First, the install command must target the correct profile. Second, a successful exit should change both dependency and layer evidence. Third, a package without a capability layer cannot activate itself. Now diagnose the break in 3 steps. Each step answers one question. Step 1. Confirm the install command finished successfully. Check for an explicit error or a blocked build permission. Never treat an interrupted install as success. Then inspect the selected profile's dependency list. If the package is absent, repair installation before restarting anything. If the dependency exists, confirm that it also entered the capability layer list. Step 2. Dump the configuration. Search the final tree for the layers supplied by the plugin. Save results from before and after installation. A configuration dump does not boot the application. It proves composition, but it cannot prove runtime behavior. Step 3. Restart that profile. Then run one small functional check that cannot change real data. The check should clearly distinguish both states. Chapter recap. First, installation checks the command and dependency. Second, configuration checks the capability layer. Third, runtime needs a restart and a functional check. Now turn each result into one decision. Do not reinstall repeatedly when a feature is missing. If the dependency is absent, return to the install command and profile name. A common mistake is installing into another profile. If the dependency exists but the layer does not, inspect the package's capability declaration. Restarting will only reload the same composition. If the dump shows the layer but the old session lacks the feature, restart the profile. If startup fails, keep the first loading error. That error is more useful than another install attempt. If startup succeeds, confirm that your expected command or interface actually belongs to this plugin. Do not confuse a wrong expectation with load failure. Change only one layer at a time. Then you can identify which action produced the repair. Chapter recap. First, no dependency means repair installation. Second, no capability layer means repair declaration or composition. Third, a correct configuration needs restart and a minimal check. Finally, turn the diagnosis into a reusable routine. Record the profile name before installing anything. After installation, record command success, the new dependency, and the exact profile name. Then dump the configuration and confirm that the capability layer entered the composition. Save the concrete node as reviewable evidence. Restart next, and run one functional check that cannot change real data. If you decide to exit, run the remove command against the same profile. Removal deletes the dependency and capability layer. A running session still needs a restart to drop the old composition. Dump the configuration again for comparison. Removal cannot reverse files or external state already changed by the plugin. People must inspect those effects separately. Screenshot the plugin install, activate, and remove 3-step check for next time. Chapter recap. First, installation should leave inspectable state. Second, activation needs both configuration and runtime evidence. Third, removal still requires an external side effect review. DeepSeek harness for AI agents, plugin installed but not active. Check these 3 steps. Confirm the package entered the correct profile. Then use a configuration dump to verify its layer. Finally, restart and run one minimal functional check. The project remains a developer preview, and compatibility may break. Attention does not prove quality, performance, security, reliability, or production maturity. Have you seen an install succeed while the feature stayed missing? Tell us in the comments where your diagnosis stopped. Follow Tiny Agent. Tiny Agent helps you get better at using AI.